Hello, Jen, and hello, Team Limitless Empire. My name's Eric, and I'm going to give you a quick presentation on Teamzy. So I'm really sorry that I'm not able to be there live on your team call this week. Hopefully that you guys will get to watch this video, and it'll be just the next best thing. So what I'm going to try to do really quickly, and I apologize in advance for going fast, but I want to get as much into a small amount of time as possible. But I'm going to go over three things with you guys today. First, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about relationship marketing. That's the philosophy that's kind of the underpinning of the whole Teamzy system. Then I'm going to show you quickly how easy it is to set up Teamzy, because a lot of people get stuck on using a tool like this because the setup is too tough. So it's really easy. And then I'm going to show you how you can do a power hour in Teamzy and just absolutely kill it, because your power hours can be so super efficient with Teamzy. And if you could just do that, it would make your business so much more successful. So I'm going to cover all that really quickly, and if I do that quick enough, I may even do a little bit on follow-ups. So let's just get started. First and foremost, I want to talk to you guys about relationship marketing. Relationship marketing may be something that sounds familiar to you. It's all about relationships. It's about earning trust and deepening relationships with the people that we know and the people that we meet. But what relationship marketing is it's not just that, it's actually putting a system to it and systemizing it in such a way that you can predict it. So I'll go a little bit into what that is as we go. And that's exactly what Teamzy is designed to help you do with your business. So quickly, my story, again, I told you my name's Eric. I'm a coach just like you guys. And I started in coaching about a year and a half ago, so I'm pretty new. And like many of you, I had a transformation, a physical transformation. This is a shot from my Facebook page. But what I will tell you is before I became a coach, my corporate career, I was in the real estate industry as an executive for a top coaching and training company. And what we did was we taught relationship marketing to real estate agents. We taught them how to generate a predictable stream of referred and repeat business so that they could, sustain their business and grow it. And we were really successful at doing that. And part of my job there was developing tools like Teamzy. So when I became a coach, I saw the need right away that we need, as coaches, we need something like this to help us be organized and focused, especially because a lot of coaches, it's their second or third job. And so we only have about a little bit of time to do this. So I started talking to some friends of mine, trying to talk them into building it, which I'm so glad they did, because Teamzy is awesome. So I'll talk to you a little bit about that. But first, let's talk about what is relationship marketing. Okay, and I've kind of hinted at it a little bit, but relationship marketing, first and foremost, it's serving your customers in such a way that they become walking, talking billboards for your business. Okay, but do not confuse this with word of mouth, because word of mouth is passive. Word of mouth might happen if you do a great job for somebody. Okay, what relationship marketing does is it systemizes your contact and your care in such a way that those referrals, those repeat business, the fact that people will do business with you becomes predictable. You can actually chart goals. You can say, this is what I'm going to do, and these are the goals I can expect. That is the beauty of having a system, okay? And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that here. Relationship marketing depends on trust. And I know this should sound familiar to you guys, but it depends on trust. If people don't trust you, then, they're not going to work with you. Trust, though, is what makes this business fun. It's fun when they trust you because you don't have to spend all this time selling them on something. You can just get to helping them, right? And that's the fulfilling part, is helping people to live healthy and fulfilling lives. Trust will remove the ickiness from the sales process because you don't have to worry about that, because they trust you and you're helping them. And finally, you get to go for yes. You get to go for yes. And just so you guys know, I know that some of you guys are really good at the going for no philosophy. You just, it's all in the numbers and you go, and it's like, it's okay if I get rejected 100 times today because I'll get 3 yeses. And I have to say, I've got so much respect for people who can do that. I am too much of a wimp for that. Honestly, I can't stand the rejection. I hate it. I don't know about you guys. I hate being rejected. For me, working with people I trust means I get to go for yes. I don't get rejected by people who trust me. They may not be ready right now, but I get nothing but warmth. Okay, so that's what makes this system so much fun to work. How do you build trust? Well, trust is built on two things: character and competence. Okay, character and competence. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable to people. Okay, and competence is when you show them that you're a good business person. You're good at what you do. You need both, okay? And you need both for them to trust you. People respect consistency and they desire it for themselves. They truly do. Think about it. Before I get into this, let me just hit this point, because if you guys think about how many times have people told you that you're inspiring, your posts are inspiring, or what you're doing as a coach is an inspiration. What's inspiring isn't the results. I mean, not everybody has, you know, perfect body and stuff that's a beach body coach. Most of us are just, just getting better, right? But people respect the consistency. They see the effort, not the results. That's what they respect. And in this business, you have to have integrity. You have to live what you teach, right? We have to, Beachbody calls it being a product of the product, right? You got to be a product of the product. But the question is not just that. Are you who you say you are? Okay? And it's more than just, are you doing your workouts? Are you living a healthy life? Are you really trying to help people? It's, are you following up the way you said you would? Are you caring for people the way you said you would? Do you have a system to make sure that you don't accidentally miss people, or you forget to follow up with them, or you drop the ball with people? Because that's as important a part of your integrity as whether or not you're drinking your Shakeology and doing your workouts. Okay? So you have to ask yourselves those questions. The next thing is that relationship building is a contact sport. You guys have heard sales is a contact sport. To me, that's the same thing, because sales is about building relationships, right? And then the sale is actually helping solve a problem for somebody you have a relationship with. Okay, but here's an important part, and you guys should write this down. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. That's the only way to deepen relationships. You can't deepen relationships any other way, because we value time more than anything else. I mean, think about it. Even money is a physical representation of the time it took to earn that money. So time is the best thing we can invest in people. But how do you do that when you don't have a lot of time? What you need is a system. Okay? You need a system that will help you stay in contact with all of your relationships. So just think about this. All of your relationships, not just a few or the ones you can think of today, but everybody that you've ever met, you could actually have, with a system, you could stay in touch with all of them. Okay? You need to know when you should be contacting them. You need to know what to say to them. And you need something that makes sure that nobody ever falls through the cracks. Okay? And Teamzy is just that kind of system. So let me pop over to Teamzy really quick, guys. I'm just going to jump over here. Okay, so here's the Teamzy dashboard. Before I walk you through this dashboard, I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up. You can do this in just a few minutes, okay? So you're going to come in and see the setup wizard the first time you log in. I'm going to relaunch it here for you, but the setup wizard will take you through this step by step. There's helpful videos on each page. They're short, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is set an income goal. Set an income goal and go for it. Set a large goal. I've set a goal for $150,000 in the next 12 months. That's what I'd like to earn. So I'll put that in there. What Teamzy does is it takes this number and it calculates your goal for the day. It tells you what you should be doing every day to hit this goal. Okay? If you are, let's say, a 2-star diamond or lower, just put a 0 under personally sponsored coaches, because it's not going to make a huge difference. If you are a 15-star superstar diamond coach and your goal is to make $1 million next year, it's going to matter that you put your personally sponsored coaches in here. Okay, next page. So great. So there's a little fun video here. But for me to make $150,000, Teamzy's telling me I need to make 4,348 connects. That's proactive reaching out to people over the next year. Seems like a big number. But when you break it down daily, it's not that big a deal. So Teamzy recommends that I connect with 9 new prospects every day, 6 of my current customers each day, and 4 of my coaches each day. So that's 20 people, a little less than 20 people a day. Here's the thing I will tell you. That is, with Teamzy, that'll be a piece of cake to do in less than an hour a day. Okay? All right. Next step here is finding your why. And you guys know this. If you don't know why you're doing this, you will fail. You will quit. You got to get deep in your why. You have to know what it is that's going to push you to persevere when times are tough. And so we've created this little tool for you to help you really flesh out your why. So as you come through, you answer each one of these questions, it will lead you to really refine and clarify your why. And when you have it down, you save it and it will be on your dashboard. So every morning when you log on to Teamzy, you can see your why and you can remember why you got up in the morning and why it matters that you're doing this work. Okay, the next piece here is importing your contacts. Again, this is usually the hardest part. We've made it super easy for you. There's a video for each type. How to get your contacts from another CRM or database, how to get all your Facebook friends into Teamzy because you want all those people in there. You want to systemize your contact to all your Facebook friends, and then how to get everything out of your Coach Online office. Okay? Once you do all that, you go on to the next step. And the next step is ranking. Okay, so this is what the page will look like when you've got all your contacts in. It'll be just like your team page here. It'll have the list of everybody, right? And it'll be automatically in this ranking mode. You'll see this big purple highlight. Here's what you have to do. This is the part that will take a little bit more time, but it's crucial. Okay, so don't skip it. You need to come through and give everybody a score. Okay, they're going to be somewhere between a 5-star, 4-star, a 3-star, 2-star, and a 1-star. Okay, what do these stars mean? Well, stars represent how often you're going to connect with these people, right? And so the criteria we use to give people stars is how likely are they to be a customer and how likely are they to refer another customer to you. Okay, so we're going to start 5-star people are the people who have, and this is the way I define them. A 5-star person is somebody who has brought you a customer in the last year. They've said, hey, here's somebody that would be interested, and they've become a customer. That's a 5-star person, and those are the people I'm going to talk to every single month. Now, those are pretty close relationships if you're going to talk to them that often, but your 5s come up every month. Your 4s are going to be people that are maybe a current customer or very likely to be a customer, or you think they might refer you somebody in the future. There are 4, you're going to talk to them every 2 months, every 60 days. A 3-star is somebody who you have a good relationship with. You think over time, as you get to know them better, they may want to do something with you or refer somebody. They're a 3, you'll talk to them every 3 months. A 2-star person, you'll talk to every 4 months. And 1-star people, you won't get a reminder to talk to them. They're just in your database. Okay, so let's do that. So you go through and you click them. Just click them. Do your best. Don't worry about it being perfect. 3-star, 4-star, 2-star, whatever. Because you can change these grades as you go. As you can always change their ranks really easy, okay? So once you go through and you do all of that, then Teamzy will be set up and you'll get to a dashboard that'll look something like this. And when you come here every day, everything you need to do is right here. Look at this. So prospects, I need to connect 9, right? I need to connect with 9 prospects. I need to connect with 6 of my current customers and 4 coaches, right? And hopefully add a new person in my database today. So how do I do it? So here is my up next module. This tells me who to connect with today. And it does it based on the number that you assigned them and when your last contact was. Okay? So now that I've set this up, I never have to plan my day ever again. Teamzy does it for me. I just turn on Teamzy and I don't fight it. I know, because of my experience with the other industry, I know how well this system works. I don't even question it. Next person I connect with is Sherry. I'm going to connect with Sherry. Let me show you how I do it. I like Facebook. I love connecting with people on Facebook. So I primarily use Facebook, and then if they're not on Facebook, I'll use text. And then that's kind of the order I go in. So that helps me be super fast too. So my goal with Sherry is to reconnect with her first, right? Because I probably haven't talked to her in a while. So we're going to look her up. Okay. There's Sherry Young. There she is. Okay. Great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send her a quick message. Hi, Sherry. Just popping. Hold on, I can't type. See, you don't have to be able to type to do this. Popping by to say hello. I forgot to ask her how she is. You got to do that. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. How's that? Simple message. You don't have to overthink this, guys. We're just making contact. That's why it's called a connect. Oh, I capitalized that I. That's kind of obnoxious. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and send that. Boom, I sent the message to Sherry. Okay, the first time I've ever messaged her on Facebook. So I'm not going to message her, would you like to be in my challenge group? Because we've never even had a conversation on Facebook. All right? So I'm gonna just copy that real quick and copy it into my Teamzy. You have to copy and paste because Facebook won't let any app actually message through them anymore. You have to go through them. So that's fine. It only takes a second to do that. So it's a Facebook message, boom. And now what happens is I'm going to complete that. And you'll notice Sherry's off my list. She's gone. She's gone. She's a 3, so she'll be back in 90 days. In 90 days, I'll connect with Sherry again if she doesn't respond to my connect. Most likely she'll respond and we'll have a conversation. But my goal right now in my power hour is just to send out my seeds. It's just to start my conversations, okay? So now I'm just going to crank over to Pat Willis. She's the next person on my list. Okay, it only takes a second. There she is. Okay, great. All right, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the same message just to be super efficient. And I'm going to change the name. Boom. Okay, great. So I haven't talked to her since the 4th of July. So, in fact, I was still working full-time in my last career in the 4th of July. So I have a lot to talk to her about when she comes back to me. So you see how fast you can do this? Now look, if I did this 10 times or 9 times as my goal is, do you think it would create some conversations? Absolutely. In fact, I'm all day long messaging with people because every morning I come in here and do my connects. So once you get through your 9 prospects or however many your goal is, next you're going to toggle over to customers. Okay, so now you're going to start talking to your customers. So you're going to check in. Now this is super important. You do it exactly the same way, but you have to check in with customers. Not only will they have better retention, right? They'll keep their Shakeology going, but you'll also get to reconnect with them. I try to get my people into 3 challenge groups a year, my current customers, so that they're constantly engaging. But not only for their health, guys, the hottest source of a new customer is a current customer. There's no hotter source. There's no better marketing strategy than connecting with current customers. They're drinking Shakeology, they're doing workouts, they've seen results, and they know hundreds of people. So make sure you're connecting with people and always ask them, can you think of anyone who might benefit from being in our next challenge group? Do you have any friends or family that need to lose some weight that we can help? Who can you introduce me to? Would you mind doing a group text, a group chat, and introducing us? That's how you do it, guys, and you just do it every time you connect. You know, I might say to Dawn, hi Dawn, how can I make your day today? What's going on? Is there anything I can do to help you? And then she'll say, you just made my day, thanks for the message. And I'll say, great, well don't forget, if you can think of anyone else that we can help, I'd like to help more people. Just do that all the time, you guys. Just do it all the time. You will get so many new additions to your database. It's crazy. And guess what? Those people already trust you because their friend referred you to them. Okay? And then coaches. You have to stay in touch with your coaches. You have to have deep relationships with your coaches, okay? It's important. Even if they're not downline coaches, even if they're just team coaches, those relationships, it's hard to quantify. Why does it matter to keep in touch with an upline or somebody else on your team? I can't tell you the dollar amount, but I can tell you that every time you invest in relationships, it comes back to you. You give it out in slices, it comes back in loaves. So spend a little time each day connecting with the coaches on your team. That's how you do it. You do your power hour like that. Boom, 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 boom. 19 connects. Take you about 35 minutes tops to do that, to get those out there. And then you hit your follow-up list. Last piece, your follow-up list. So the follow-ups are what you set when you've had a conversation and you've invited somebody to something. Right? So we start by connecting, we have a conversation, and then we invite them to something. That's when I do follow-ups. So then we'll create a follow-up. So just to give you an idea, how I do follow-ups is this is my system. You set your own system, but Teamzy lets you customize this how you want to do it. If I send an invite to somebody, I always tell them with the invite, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow to see, make sure you got it, and ask you if you have any questions. Okay. Then on my first follow-up, so then what I would do is, let's say Susan, for example, here's somebody that I've been following up with, right? So you can actually set a follow-up here as you're connecting. You can create a follow-up. So you can see you can do tomorrow, 2 days, 4 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. So here's what I do. As soon as I send them an invite, I say I will follow up with you tomorrow. Then I come in here and I set the follow-up to tomorrow. That way, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about it. When I do my power hour, my follow-ups are there, okay? And so then I click it and I follow up. And what I would say is, Susan, it's Eric. I'm following up just like I promised I would. Do you have any questions for me? So what I've done is, instead of bugging her, I'm actually fulfilling my promise to her. So I'm investing in the trust that I'm working on building with her. And so the way I do it is I follow up the next day, and then I follow up. So when I do that follow-up, I set it again for tomorrow. So now I've got a second follow-up scheduled for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go and I'll follow up again. Okay? And on that follow-up, I'll set it for 2 days. Okay? 2 days later, when I follow up, I'll set it for 2 days. 2 days later, when I follow up, I'll now set it for a week. Then a week later, when I follow up, I'll set it for another week. And then a week later, when I follow up, I'll set it for 2 weeks. If in that 7th follow-up, they have not converted to a sale, at that point, I set no more follow-ups, and I let them fall back into Teamzy's default. Okay? That's my system. Here's what I will tell you. I would say probably about 75% of the invites will convert after 7 follow-ups. The key is in the follow-up, and most people don't follow up. If their system is a handwritten piece of paper somewhere or checking on their Facebook message to see who they talk to, that's why they're not getting the sale. You have to follow up with people. People don't want to change. They want to, but they don't want to. The programming to stay the same is so strong, and they're busy and they miss messages. You have to, if you really want to help somebody change, you have a responsibility to follow up. So that's a lot. I know I gave you guys a lot, probably because I'm not live with you. I'm just talking like crazy to my computer screen, like a crazy person in here talking to myself. But I hope that was helpful to you guys. I'm just scratching the surface with how powerful a tool this is. The thing that I love about Teamzy also is that you guys will make it better. We've already made hundreds of improvements from the beta testers' suggestions. There's a big feedback button here with the community where you put ideas and notions, things that you'd like to see. Workflows that you think are cumbersome, we can make more efficient. This is going to be literally the for coaches by coaches tool. Okay? And we just want it to be so awesome. So I want you guys to get in there and get a free account if you don't have one already. The beta test ends on the 21st of December. You want to get in there before that, because if you're a beta tester, Teamzy will consider you a founder, which means that if you want to keep Teamzy, you're going to save $120 a year over people who join it later. That's a pretty good deal. And that price, by the way, for founders will never go up. So, you could have that forever. So definitely get in there and check it out. If you have questions, put them on feedback. You can also click on this big help button down here. One other thing you can do, which is cool, is each day when you do your daily activities, you click them here. That you did your social, your PD, your workout, you got your shake in, and that will all track down here for you, so you can keep track of how you're doing, being a product of the product too. So there's a lot of stuff. I only gave you this much, but I hope that's helpful to you guys. There's more videos in this area here, in this feedback area. Okay, there's more videos, FAQ videos, and things like that you can watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for letting me come in and make this video and introduce it to your team meeting. I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I will see you soon at a Beachbody event. Have a great day.